Hey, hey, hey. Time for another Out of This World story from rSpace. Sometimes it takes all of our energy to just breathe, and that's totally okay. It's hard to get out of bed on bad days. Today on rSpace, we learned that bad days slowly get better. Deep breaths. I am leaving her after 6 months of trying. My 33 male wife, 33 female, cheated on me in December. I walked in on them at his house as I knew what was going on. It was my stepdaughter's father. I have been kicking him off our property for years and keeping his anger in check. I spent all day taking care of the house, the pets, the yard, and her daughter, 4 female. When we got married, she had me donate my beater so I could drive one of her cars. I even did a little part-time work on the side at the law firm she works at. My days began at 6 a.m. and ended as late as 2 a.m. some nights because of all the chores I was responsible for. I tried to forgive her, but continued catching her talking to him and even making plans to sleep with other male friends, all the while assuring me she wanted us to work. She abused me sexually and emotionally, telling me that cheating was my fault because I should have done something to stop it, and using guilt and threats to make me have sex with her when I was clear I wasn't ready for that. She got pregnant after I caught her with him, and I asked her for a DNA test. Instead, she went out and got an abortion immediately and blamed me for that too. I decided to leave last month and quit my job. Since then, my family has been supporting me, and I struggle every day to get out of bed and even just feed myself. We were married less than a year. I'm getting no spousal support, no car, had to leave my job, lost half of my family, her family, my stepdaughter, I have no home, and was left with no money. If it wasn't for my family helping me, I would be completely homeless. My mental health is in a bad place as I have found out that cheating was happening even when we were just dating. It was all fake for some kind of game for her, and I'm left to pick up the pieces. I was cheated on and abused, and I am the only one being punished. I'm told there's little I can do by my lawyer, whom I trust a great deal. He is a trusted family friend. What do I do with all this emotion? How do I fix myself? I know I need to take baby steps, get another job, etc., but leaving the house feels like an insurmountable task right now. I'm struggling with severe depression and anxiety in public. Even being with my friends is extremely taxing and leaves me a sobbing mess when I finally can drive home. I feel broken and nothing is getting better, and I don't know what to do. Let's see what the community recommends. NWTGM 1384 says, OP, you need therapy. EDMR for trauma because betrayal, abuse, etc. can cause PTSD. In fact, your depression, anxiety might be PTSD related. I'm sorry that your marriage ended and this person you were to love and trust and what they did to you was so horrid. None of what they did or how they behaved was your fault at all. She sounds like a complete narcissist and sociopath. And all of your emotion? Normal. Time will help, but also a good therapist will also help. Until you are able to start therapy, get a notebook and start a journal. Write whatever you wish. What are you feeling? How you feel? What happened to you? Before you met her, how were you? I hate hearing someone that was treated this bad by anyone. Please take care of yourself and be kind to yourself here. DOP replies, I was happy. Living in a little apartment I loved. I spent my days cooking new meals for friends, making crafts, or out hiking, biking, and kayaking all over my home state. I used to like to rock climb and sit in high trees or rocks to admire the landscape here in the Midwest. I saved my money and traveled to Scotland and Germany with dreams of going to see Siberia someday. The other day, a good friend and I sat out on a flooded quarry in kayaks, ate wild grapes that were growing on the shoreline, talked about apes, and reminisced for hours. It was the happiest I've been in a long time, but I still sobbed all the way home that night. I feel like I'm drowning in that person I used to be is dead, and I'm just faking it. I will see what I can do about therapy once I get a stable job going. I have a notebook going already too. She tried hard to gaslight me once my friends found out, and I didn't want to forget all the things she had done, so I made a list and a timeline. Feeling the feels right now is normal, OP. I'm so sorry she shattered your world like this. How come you decided to stay with her even after you found out she was cheating while you were dating? I think you have to take literally each moment, moment by moment. Allow yourself to feel the feels and grieve. Grieve the person you once were. You'll never be that person again. You'll never allow yourself to be manipulated, abused, or hurt by someone so awful again. Try to get up, even when it feels like the world is smothering you and all you want to do is stay in bed. Wiggle your toes until you feel your foot hit the floor and make those steps towards your new self and new life. Update. Ex-wife bringing affair partner to our divorce hearing. Title says it all. A friend informed me that my ex will be bringing the affair partner to the divorce hearing as a final jab at me. How should I deal with this? Several friends have offered to come and support, but some have said I should just do my best to ignore them. What would you do? Tall, blonde, and cute has the thought. Take a picture of them together, because in a few months or years they will be back in that same court getting divorced as well because one of them is cheating again. Just wait, it will happen. The OP replies, my ex-wife has cheated on everyone she has dated since high school. It came out during couples therapy by her own admission. She had cheated on a previous boyfriend with me, and I had no idea. Seems to be her MO, and the affair partner was physically abusive to her a few years before we got together, but I'm sure they'll be very happy this time. New username same error chimes in. I would greet the guy and thank him, then hand him a sheet of paper that lists all her exes, their contact info, and info on how she cheated on each of them. Tell the affair partner I wish someone would have done this for me because I had no clue she was cheating with me on her last relationship. Tell me you won't have the biggest grin on your face while the lawyers are talking about divorce and you are watching him reading the paper and her getting nervous. Average Joe 78 joins the conversation. OP, dress for success that day. Be in your better suit and go as if it was the most important day of your life. In the courtroom, be as kind and well-behaved man as you can, and tell your friends to do the same. But if any of you have to talk to them, do it only through your lawyer and or apply the gray rock to them. Try to ignore them as much as possible and try not to even look at them. Your attitude should be like you were there to pay your taxes. Just go and do whatever you need to do. Sign everything and leave with your friends. After all, just say, okay boys, beers are on me, and invite your lawyer to drink with you and your friends. Showing indifference towards your ex and affair partner without being an a-hole will hurt their ego more than you being angry or in pain. They will try to press your buttons, but remember, if you fall in this, they win. Don't let them win. The OP replied, I already have the suit picked out. This will likely be my plan. I've known my best friend for over 30 years and he and I are going to have a day out after court. Definitely have your friends there for support, OP. I think it'll speak volumes of you as a person as well as her. Update. Divorce hearing today went great. Feeling great. My divorce hearing was finally today. My post history contains my full story, but I was abused by my ex-wife after catching her in our bed with another man days after Christmas last year. I tried reconciliation, but as time went on, I kept catching her talking to the same guy and even planning to go see others out of town while getting inappropriate sexual Snapchats and texts from them. All the while, lying to my face and telling me she has to cut contact. Every single time. Same story. I finally told her I was leaving and would be filing for divorce, and she told me again that if I left, she would kill me. Here we are though. I'm alive and she is permanently out of my life. I came home from the courthouse and hit a few new maxes in the gym and am all around feeling great. She doesn't know where I live, moved out of town, and she doesn't know where my new job is. This woman, who I loved dearly and would have done anything for, took everything from me. My job, my car, my home, my stepdaughter, my marriage, my mental health, and potentially my baby. Even though I am confident it was affair partner's baby, she aborted it when I asked for a DNA test. This entire year has been an unending hell for me, and all the while she blamed me for leaving and tearing apart our family. By the time she arrived this morning, I was already speaking to my lawyer. We just had to be present and get the paper signed by the judge. I never looked at her once, not even when she tried to hand me mail from the house. I just grabbed it and kept walking. I did notice that affair partner didn't come with her. Odd, since she had been saying to mutual friends he would be coming with. Everything proceeds fine. I was stressed and emotional on the inside, but I kept a gentle smile on my face and kept my spirits high. She was sounding like she was about to cry, but I never looked. It wasn't until I got home that I noticed a note mixed in with my mail. Affair partner wasn't there because he got some other girl he was seeing pregnant. I tore it up and threw it away. She had a loving husband and she cheated, lied, and hurt me till I left her, and she did it for a loser that was seeing other girls anyway. The cherry on top is that affair partner hates being a father. He is lazy, beat my ex-wife when they were together, and drops his daughter off with his mother anytime he has her. She called him by his first name and called me dad because she barely knew the guy. His own mother cried on Christmas while we shared a drink because she was so happy her granddaughter had me in her life. This new baby will destroy his life even further. My only hope is that whomever he is having this baby with gets away from him ASAP for the baby's sake. Despite how high energy I am, I feel very alone today and I'm bouncing between very happy and very muted. Sorry if this is all over the place. I'm just feeling very strange. I thought it would feel better, but if I'm being honest, I wish none of us were suffering. The community reacts, first with Belf 17. Well, this chapter of your life is finally over. It's emotional for sure. It's sad that all of this happened, but it's not in your control. The only thing you can control is what you will do next. But take your time to relax and breathe a little. I'm sure it was a tough road. You deserve a break. Me Too Neither says, you're allowed to grieve. You're allowed to be sad. It almost sounds like you will miss her daughter more than her. I get the impression that you enjoyed being a dad. There is still time to find someone who will be all in just for you. I started over at 32. I was found by a truly amazing woman. We've been a couple for 26 years, married 24. Live Maze 6410 says, just grieve the marriage and take it one day at a time. That's honestly all you can do. I hope you have a support system in place. Older men rarely do, unfortunately, but maybe you do, or can change it. Post here as well for support and venting. This part of your life is over. Don't look back. DOP replies, I have a very supportive family and a close group of friends that are all very helpful. They didn't know how bad it all was till it blew up, but are fully in gear now. No worries, she is blocked and deleted from everything. Bouncing back and forth like this is totally normal, OP. But you're right, OP. She did have it all. And your stepdaughter is glad to have you in her life and glad to have a father like you. I really hope that relationship can continue on. For both your sakes. Keep going to the gym. Do all of the little things. Surround yourself with good and positive people. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing. What would you do? And thank you for joining us today on rSpace. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We'd hate for you to miss out. If you want to listen to more stories from me, check out our lounge where I feature a larger variety of non-cheating related stories. See you there.